So just centering yourself, knowing that this time is just for you. I invite you to close down your eyes and pour in all of that blissful relaxation. And so, trusting the first thing that comes to mind, I want you to scan your body and notice, where are you holding on to that fear of rejection? Where are you holding on to this limiting decision? Just acknowledging how it feels in your body. Is it hot or is it cold? Does it take on a shape or a symbol? Maybe you notice a specific color. Does it have a weight to it? And just noticing that fear of rejection sitting somewhere in your body. And just checking in, is your unconscious mind ready to let go of this fear of rejection, this limiting decision? If so, just sit back and relax, and we can continue. So trusting the first thing that comes to mind, I just want you to think about that first event or the root cause of this fear of rejection, this limiting decision. Ask yourself, was it in this lifetime or a past life? And so just trusting the first thing that comes to mind there, the first time you experienced this fear of rejection, the first time it got programmed into you. And if it was in this lifetime, I want you to become aware of what age you were. And if it was in a past lifetime, I want you to become aware of how many lifetimes ago. And so, knowing that you've got that, again, trusting the first thing that comes to mind, and I know that you do, I invite you to float up effortlessly and easily out of your body, floating higher and higher out of the room that you're in, and just feeling light, just feeling that lightness of that as you float up higher and higher above the building that you're in, floating higher and higher as you reach the stars and come to your life's timeline. Intuitively, you will know which way is your future and which way is your past. And so today, what we're going to do is float all the way back along your time stream to the root cause, that very first time that this fear of rejection ever came into you, this limiting decision. You don't have to consciously know. Your unconscious mind will give you that sense of that first time you made that limiting decision. So floating back along your time stream, back to that moment. And so when you're at that event, in a moment, not now, I'm going to invite you to pop down into that event and to see what you saw, hear what you heard, and get a sense of what caused you to make that limiting decision, that fear of rejection. Don't worry, we won't stay in this event for long. We just want to make sense of how this limiting decision even came about in the first place, so we can let go of it once and for all. So on the count of 3, I'll get you to drop down into that event. 1, 2, 3. Just allowing yourself to gently drop down into that event, that first time you experienced the fear of rejection. And so just notice what you see. Notice the emotions that are present. Notice what you can hear. And just allowing your unconscious mind to notice what was the cause for you to make this limiting decision around the fear of rejection. And so scanning the picture, just noticing, is it daytime or nighttime? Are you inside or are you outside? Just inviting your unconscious mind to give you that sense of knowing. And as you're in this event, noticing the reason, the cause for that limiting decision to be made, I want you to float up above the event, floating up higher and higher. It's like that feeling of relief of being out of that heavy energy, floating higher and higher above your time stream. And so now that you're up high above your time stream, you're in the learning position. And from this higher perspective, I want you to look down on that event and notice, what are the positive learnings from this event? What did you need to learn there? The learnings of which will help you to release that fear of rejection. Obviously, you're no longer at that age anymore. Yet this event, this limiting decision that you made in this event has had such a grip on you. It's time to let it go. And so just recognizing, what are the learnings there for you to release this permanently? And so now, as you are aware of those positive learnings, just notice if there is a color attached to those positive learnings. And just allowing your whole body to breathe in that color, that relief, those learnings, that feel good energy. Really integrating that. The new awareness, the new learnings. And as you take that into your body, into your mind, into your soul, I want you to have that color ripple out into and all over your time stream so that you have access to those learnings whenever you want. And now with that in place, I invite you to float along your time stream to about a week or two earlier than that event. I want you to see yourself pouring in that beautiful color that represents those positive learnings into that event and watch it flood in with good energy, bringing you relief to that younger version of you. Breathing that color in. And as you are high up on your time stream, I invite you to gently float towards the now. But as you're floating back, I want you to notice how the new possibilities, the new choices, the new perspectives start to become available to you as you float along your time stream back to the now, bringing with you all of those positive learnings, those new awarenesses, those realizations, that beautiful color and energy. And before we come back to the now, as you're up on your time stream, I want you to take a moment to have a quick look into your future. And so notice that with this new energy, this new learnings, that the future has new choices available. Noticing what you believe about yourself when you've made that new decision that serves you. It's time to float gently back to the now, bringing with you those positive learnings, the new awarenesses, the new decisions, that self-confidence. It's like your head is held high, breathing in that beautiful color and locking all of this into your unconscious mind. So starting to travel back to your body now, and just wiggling your fingers and your toes. Taking a big breath in. And when you're ready, opening your eyes to a whole new you.